Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm delighted you could join us this evening. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have a bunch of callers on hold, which is really exciting. I'm looking forward to talking with each of them. And in the meantime, a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, we're going to announce another winner of a free session next Thursday. So in order for you to be considered, just have to do these 3 easy things. Follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. Write a review about why you like the podcast on iTunes at Ask Julie Ryan. And subscribe to my blog at AskJulieRyan.com. That why you like the podcast on iTunes, if you Google how to do that, there are pictures on there that are screenshots that'll show you how to do it, because I know it's a little complicated sometimes. But just Google it, and it will help you with that. And so I'll announce a winner next Thursday, which will be July 5th, I believe. And I do that on the first Thursday of the month. And the reason I started doing that is just because I really appreciate everybody that's listening. And I know sometimes finances are tight and people can't afford a private session. So it's worth $155. And so I'm giving one away each month to a lucky winner. If you don't remember what to do, just go on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, to the events page, and then all of this stuff's on there, and you'll be able to see it. Secondly, tomorrow afternoon, I am going to be a guest on my friend Gary Bodley's podcast, and I will put it up once it's available. But you guys, this is going to be such a blast, because he called me and he said, and I had known this, he bought a Victorian home in North Carolina that's over 100 years old. I think it's maybe 150 years old. And it's being completely renovated. He's not staying there where it's being done, but his nephew was helping with the renovations, and he was staying there in one of the bedrooms. And a couple of weeks ago, he woke up and someone had written on the mirror in the dust, "My name is Shirley," or something. I can't remember what the name was, but something like, "My name is Shirley." There was nobody in the house. The doors were all locked. The windows were all closed. So Gary called me. He goes, "We got a ghost or ghosts in this house. Can you help me figure out who it is, and can we get rid of them?" And I said, "Yeah." So we are going to have a blast. I know it will be hilarious. And it's really fun to do that, because we get information on who the ghosts are that are in the house. And normally we'll get information that we can verify with historic records, and it's really fun. So I'm going to put on my Ghostbusters hat tomorrow, and I'll be eager to tell you guys all about it next week. With that, let's go ahead and go to the phones and see if we can get as many people on as we can. And let's see who we got here. Let's see. Who's our first caller? Okay. It is Deborah. So let's take Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight?
I'm terrific. Thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I am calling from Maryland, the suburbs right outside of Washington, D.C.
All righty. Well, terrific. What's going on there? I'm so sorry about that shooting at the newspaper. Was that near you today?
It's not really near me, but I did see it in the news. I didn't read that much about it, but it was, sadly another tragedy.
Yeah, I just saw it on the my desktop news thing. I didn't read it either yet, but I was so sorry to see that. So, oh well. So those families are in our prayers and those people.
Yes, definitely.
You got a question for me this evening?
I do. I'm not quite sure how to pose it. It's about my daughter she's 18, she'll be 19 in July, and she's been through a lot. She's health-wise. Just last year she had like suicidal level depression. With the help of and almost daily migraines, she's very overweight, very thin hair. With the help of birth control pills, the migraines are mostly at bay, held at bay. They're possibly menstrual migraines. She tried to come off of antidepressants. Antidepressants seemed to help her last year, and she had a good year. It was a big turnaround. And since she was able to have that turnaround, we wanted to see if she could manage without the medicine. And she's tried for several weeks, and she just went back on. She couldn't do it. Sorry about that beeping. I don't know how to stop it. So I was just wondering, and her I don't know if I mentioned her hair is very thin, so possibly all of this is hormonal, but I just would love to figure out how to help her. She's very overweight, very exhausted, and low. Her energy is very low. Her stamina is very low. And she's only 18 years old.
Oh, God love her. What's her name, Deborah?
Her name is Evelyn.
Evelyn. And so she's there. Have you talked to her about me scanning her by any chance? Have you had a chance to talk to her?
I asked if it's okay for me to check, and she said it was okay, but I don't know
good.
If you find differently, it's okay. I understand.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you, and then from you to Evelyn. And I'll ask Evelyn's permission if I can scan her. If she says yes, I will. If she says no, I won't. But we can still ask some questions and get some information. Okay. So for those of you that are first-time listeners, what I'm getting ready to do with Deborah and her daughter is I'm going to raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit, because we're all spirits in a body having a human experience. And spirits communicate telepathically, and we can be connected to each other energetically in spirit form. So when I raise my vibrational level, I vibrate faster, because when our spirit's in our body, the body has mass, so it slows down the vibration. And then I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to watch a laser beam go from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, hook into Deborah in Maryland. It's going to go from Deborah to her daughter. And we'll see if she gives me permission. If she does, then we'll see what comes up. So here we go, Miss Deborah. Here comes my laser beam. Heading north from Sweet Home, Alabama. Coming up. Okay, got you. Got Evelyn. Evelyn, I'm talking to your mom. Is it okay? Yeah, she's saying yes before I even ask questions. So that's good. Good job prepping her. Good job. Okay, so where is mold that she's being exposed to? She has a lot of mold in her system, Deborah. Where's that coming from? Do you have mold in your home?
We did have mold in the home and left the home for a year and had things cleaned. Okay. And the wall that had mold in it was completely taken down, removed.
Great. Okay. So it's on her, it's in her. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it out of her energy field. What I see, everybody, is like a hologram of Evelyn or anybody that I'm scanning if I'm doing a medical scan. And it's, Deborah, you and I have had a private session, so we laugh. I said, we're going to play Star Trek and pretend that Scotty's beaming us up. And it looks like those holograms that are on Star Trek. And then it's like I'm looking at an MRI or a CT scan or an X-ray. And she's got a bunch of mold spores in her. I really think that has a lot to do with what's going on. So let me clear that for her. And as I'm clearing it, which is what's happening right now, let me explain why this happens. The mold is a toxin, obviously. She also is fully Candida yeast, which you probably knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that has a lot to do with her symptoms as well. The weight, the depression, all of that. They go hand in hand. Usually when there's mold, there's candida. But what happens, Deborah, is that the body believes it's under attack, so the cell membranes, the walls of the cells get tough, trying to keep out the invaders. And that's that's an immune system response. Well, in doing that, the good things can't get in either. The nutrients, the hormones, the neurological hormones, the sex hormones can't get in. All of that. And so that's what causes all of these symptoms. If you shoot me an email, I will send you a link of a bunch of sites that you can go to that can help her. But I think in the short run, for those of you that are listening, just Google moldymovie.com. That's one that you can go to. The other one is Homebiotic, HOME, biotic.com. It's like probiotics for the home. It's a non-toxic formula of liquid that you can spray on mold, Deborah, and it's a bacteria in the liquid that will eat the mold, but it's non-toxic. And then Google Candida yeast overgrowth. And if you shoot me an email, julie@askjulieryan.com, I'll shoot you a bunch of links that will help with that. Okay.
But are you picking up mold still in the house? Is that
I believe it probably is. So if you can schedule a private session, I can scan your house. We can really do a deep dive. We can get her, really, I think, on track and figure out exactly what she needs to do to get healthy. But I believe it's mold and candida is what's causing all of her symptoms.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. All righty. Well, I'm glad you called in.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see who's next. We have, I believe, Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
You are most welcome. How are you?
Doing well. I'm excited.
Where are you? Where are you calling from? Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you.
I'm calling from Central Florida.
Okay, where? With Mickey Mouse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, terrific. Like the Orlando area?
Yep.
Terrific. Well, good. How is Mickey?
Probably still doing well. $100 a pop to walk through the gate.
Oh,
yeah, Mickey's doing well.
Isn't that amazing? And you go down there and it's like $125 to get in, and then there's these families and there were 5 kids and the burgers are like $25 a piece, and I'm thinking, how in the name of God are these?
Yes.
They must have been saving for 20 years to come down there.
Yes,
oh my! And they don't even look like they're Rockefeller families or anything. They just look like normal, regular families with all these little kids, and I think, oh my gosh! So, it's amazing, and it is fabulous. I mean, no denying, nobody does it like Disney, but geez Louise. Well, you got a question for me?
It brings out the little kid in me every time. It's like I go through those gates and it's like, whee,
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. So,
hopefully you can buy an annual pass or something where it's cheaper.
Well, I know they have a resident thing that you can get it. I just haven't. I've only gone, when my daughter comes to visit. But actually, the reason I'm calling is I'm looking to move out of Florida. I'm going to be relocating. I got a couple places in mind.
Yeah.
I'm considering Wilmington, North Carolina, or Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is kind of a starting over point for me. So it'll be, finding a place to live, finding employment, finding my tribe. So the whole enchilada.
Both great cities. Chattanooga, I don't know if you've read this or not, but Chattanooga has installed fiber optical something all over their town, and they are supposed to have the fastest internet in the country in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh.
And they did that to attract like tech companies to come in to help their economy and stuff. But yet check that out, because it's I think Chattanooga is going to really explode here before long, as far as growth-wise in a city. So here's how I think the best way to do this, Julia, is let's ask a question and let's preface it with, is it in Julia's best interest too? So the first thing that pops in your head within a second is going to be divine guidance from God, the universe, your spirit guides, your deceased loved ones, your angels, the whole group.
See,
but we always want
to these over and over and over. That's why I thought, well, maybe I need it outside because I'm like overthinking it.
Okay. All right. So I'm talking within a second it's going to come in. All right. So is it in Julia's best interest to move to Wilmington, North Carolina? It's the first thing that pops in your head.
See, I overthought it that quick.
Okay, I got to know. Is it in Julia's best interest to move to Chattanooga, Tennessee? I got a yes. So that's a little divine guidance at this moment in time. And and I would research the daylights. You probably have of both. The other thing about Tennessee over North Carolina, right off the top of my head, is it's a no state income state.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But you've got that in Florida, so you'd keep that in Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big consideration. It really is.
Yeah. So I vote for Chattanooga.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Let us know what you decide.
Okay, sounds great.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Take care. You bet.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
All right, let's see who's next. Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for
girl?
taking my call.
You bet. Tell everybody where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from the Salt Lake City, Utah area.
All righty. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. I was kind of wanting to pick your businesswoman brain.
Okay.
So I want to launch my art kind of career, and I've gotten addicted to painting pets the last year and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to, eventually transition from my regular corporate job into doing pet portraits and artwork, and I've got all kinds of fun ideas for trying to do that, but it's a matter of I don't really have the marketing know-how, and with working this full-time job, I don't have the time to try to research it, so I just wondered if you could tell me, okay, what should I do next, and then next, and then next, and that kind of thing, if you have some good tips for me.
Sure. You've got a website set up, right?
I do.
Okay. And tell us about your website.
Well, the website name is Lisa Rasmussen Fine Art. I think it's Lisa Rasmussen FineArt.com.
Okay.
And my Facebook page is Lisa's Fine Art, on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can go on there and see some of the pet portraits I've done, just so you kind of get an idea of my style. And
so how much do you charge for a pet portrait? Obviously, it depends on how big it is.
Yeah, it's only probably a few $100s, but it depends on the size and the number of pets in the portrait.
Okay.
So obviously 2 pets would be a little more than 1 pet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one thing I need to really fine-tune a little bit and work up a payment chart. But I do them anywhere from an 8x8 to, a lot of people have had me do 9x12s or, like an 11x14. So,
and they're usually, what's your medium?
I use watercolor or acrylics is what I've been doing.
Great.
So it's either acrylics on canvas or watercolor on watercolor paper.
Have you done any research, Lisa, about what competitive painters, what a painter that would be somebody that's doing what you want to do, what they're charging, and how their work compares to yours? I haven't really, everybody's style is so different, and I've seen pricing all over the map, anywhere from, like $50 for a portrait to $1,000 for a portrait. Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things where I guess, the artist sets the price, and if you like their style, then, you'd want to have them do your pet portrait or your portrait. But so those are some of the questions I kind of have in my mind. It's like, okay, where do I go from there? Because it is so vast as far as different in that regard.
Well, I think from a price standpoint, you want to be right in the middle. You want to be affordable. Obviously, if you get too low, then people aren't going to see the value. They're going to say, "Okay, what's the catch here? It must not be that good."
That's what I think too.
And so I think if you put a price range on your website underneath examples of your portrait, that would be good, because if your portraits are really outstanding and people see them, they're going to just automatically think, or at least I would automatically think, oh my God, there's no way I could afford her, kind of a thing. So I think if you put a price range on there, then you'll encourage people to take the next step in whatever that may be. The other thing is, I think everything you need as far as support systems for webmaster, marketing, help with logos, help with all that jazz, even virtual assistants, you can find on a website that I use a lot, and it's called Fiverr. F as in Frank, I-V as in Victor, ERR.com. And Fiverr.com is a freelance site where you can hire people. You would be amazed if you go on there and look around, Lisa, and see really what all the skill sets offered are. It's just fantastic, and you can get people from all over the world. When I had my manufacturing company and I wanted to expand into Europe, I wanted a market survey done of the different countries in Europe and how many orthopedic surgeries they did and that kind of stuff. I went on there. I hired an Ivy League educated MBA in India or someplace, and it was done in 48 hours. It was sent to me via email, and it cost me $100. I mean, it's incredible the deals you can get of people who have the same skill sets, but they work for a lot less money, and it's really opened up, the world. So I go on Fiverr.com and look around, and I think everything you need is going to be there. And then when you feel like you're getting overloaded with what to do next, you're thinking too far in advance. Just take a step. Make a decision that's going to lead you to the next step. I say follow the yellow brick road. A brick's going to light up. Take that step. The next brick's going to light up. It's going to lead you step by step what the next thing is to do, and you'll know what to do if you just take it that way. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
That helps a lot. Do you kind of get a hit on if this will be successful?
I think it will. I think it has the potential to be very successful. Yeah, cool. I do. Okay. So keep us posted. Let us know how it goes. Okay.
I will. I have one more really quick question for you if you have time.
I'm going to put you on hold. If I have time, I'll come back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, our next caller is Kathy. Hi, Kath. Hello. Are you there? Kathy? Maybe not. Okay.
Nope, I'm here. I'm here.
There you are. Hi.
Sorry.
You're on mute. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I always think of it. It seems like I always go to visit my parents on Thursdays, and I'm driving home right when you're on the radio.
Oh, perfect. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm calling from, right now, Columbus, Ohio. Driving through. Coming home from visiting my mother and father.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Where are you in Columbus? That's the city of my birth. Where are you in Columbus? Yeah. You're on 71 or 70 or what?
Right now I'm on 70 West. I just got on 70 West.
There you go. I know right where that is.
Yeah, just ready to head out of Columbus. Actually, I'm driving by the baseball stadium.
Oh, you'll soon be driving by the horseshoe. You better bow.
Yes. Oh, of course.
We're talking about the Ohio State University where I graduated from, and 4 generations of my family have graduated from. So we always laugh when we're in Columbus and we're driving in, and we pass the Horseshoe Stadium, and I always say, okay, bow, everybody. Well, you got a quick question for me, Kath?
Well, just kind of, sort of just a quick update and I guess question. Like I said, I always think of you driving home because you've been so helpful over the past, long period of time, well over a year, with giving me some information about my father and his dementia as he's getting closer to passing. So I saw him today, and it does appear that I hadn't seen him for a little while, and it does appear that he's continuing to go downhill and get closer to making his transition. So, but he's also still like really there. Like when I had alone time with him, it was really nice because I can communicate with him even though he can't really communicate, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to update you, and then just if you pick up anything that's shifted. Otherwise, it seems like it's kind of status quo, slowly moving toward in passing.
Right. Well, he's been in phase 11 of the 12 phases of transition for, gosh, Kathy, almost a year probably, right?
Oh, yeah, at least. Yeah, maybe even a little longer.
Okay. So what we're talking about, everybody, is if you go to my website, okay, Kat, get me off speaker. We got a lot of background.
Sorry.
The 12 phases of transition on AskJulieRyan.com, you'll see graphics of what we're talking about. And when somebody is dying, they go through 12 stages, either slowly, like Kathy's dad, or in an instant, or anywhere in the middle. And it has to do with loved ones, deceased loved ones, and angels and pet spirits that are around them in different configurations. So, Kathy, you still with us? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is connect to you in your car, all right, and connect to Jack. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, he's still in phase 11. So, Jack, are you ready to go? Yes. Are you in pain? No. What do you need? My family. He's told us that for a long time.
Yeah.
Same thing. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got to see him, and please keep us posted on what's going on.
I will. Thank you, Julie.
Okay. Be safe driving.
I will. Bye.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who's next. I think it's Glenda. Hi, Glenda.
Well, hi, Julie. How are you tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Terrific. Where are you?
Well, I'm in Salt Lake City.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got a quick question for us?
I do. Well, I've just lately, I have brain fog. I listen to your podcast all the time, and I listen to things you say about Candida and different things, and I'm really trying to try the bulletproof diet, all of that. I don't know if this is part of it or not, but we have a chain of thing in our family of dementia and Alzheimer's, and my mother passed away. So you know that whenever you forget something or things start getting goofy in your head, that you suddenly start getting alarmed about whether or not something might happen. And there are days you feel really clear and days that you don't feel really clear, and then you just forget something really stupid. I guess the good thing is that I realize I forget it. But
that's a really good point.
I go, well, it's a shoe. I just couldn't figure out where I put it 2 seconds ago. So anyway, and I have a very demanding dog. But I just want to know whether or not you can do a brain scan and just see if there's something I should be alarmed about. I mean, I'm taking turmeric. I'm doing everything I can think of. But
okay. All right. Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you on my radar, Glenda. And here comes the laser beam heading out to Salt Lake. And shooting energy 3. Okay, so what medication? Yeah, I can see the brain fog. What medication do you take?
The only thing I'm doing right now that I actually do is I have estradiol hormone patches that I take that are really actually quite low dosage, 0.025, and that's it.
Okay. All right. I knew you were on something because when I see brain fog and I see this clear, oily perimeter around it, like if you took a Q-tip and you took baby oil and you drew a line, you traced the perimeter of the brain fog. And brain fog just looks like kind of a grayish, brownish fog that's over the brain tissue. that's just an indicator that there's some kind of medication. It could be cough medicine. I mean, it could be Advil. It could be whatever, or a prescription medicine. So let me remove that. You do have some inflammation. I think if you can get really serious about what you're eating, if God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, don't. It's real easy.
I have a cookie addiction, but I'm really trying hard.
Yeah, I know.
And I quit drinking Diet Coke, no
Perfect.
aspartame.
Wonderful.
Trying really hard to stay away from sugar-free anything.
Well, sugar-free and sugar, same thing. And listen, I'm a sugar addict. I get it.
Oh,
but
I've been
off of it.
Yeah.
I've been off of it for probably going on 4 months now. Oh my God, new lease on life. And I see it now, and I just say to myself, God didn't make that, so I don't eat it. And it works.
That's a good way to look at it. Oh, absolutely.
Because for me, and you may be the same way, Glenda, if I eat one cookie, I want 15 more.
Oh, I can't stop. Yeah, you don't buy large containers of candy. I have to take a small one because I'll eat it till it's gone.
Me too.
So I know that.
Yeah. And then I'm hunting. I've even been so bad as I've brought something into the house, and I've taken one or two, and I've taken it down to Tim in his office downstairs, and I'll say, honey, hide this, so I can't find it. And then later in the day, I'm coming down looking for it, wanting to know where it is. I mean, it's just
throw it in the freezer. It doesn't deter me. I'll sit and try to chew on it. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So the only thing that's worked for me is to just totally stay off of it. And that, did God make it, eat it. If man made it, forget it, don't eat it, has really worked well for me, and it's become a habit at this stage. So try that. Yeah. I think that's, I don't see anything alarming.
Good.
I just think that I think that's what's going on. Yeah. So
well,
just,
that's a good feeling. Well, I did find out that I had to do a fast for a colonoscopy, but what I kept going, I'm going to be hungry or whatever. But what I noticed is my brain sharpened up.
I
feel a little bit sharper at work, and I've got a pretty demanding job. So that kind of gave me a little clue, but I wanted to check it out, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. Thanks for calling in. Take care.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye. All right, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 712-770-4160, and the access code is 533-677#, or for you youngins, hashtag youngins. I sound like the Wild West. Miss Kitty in the saloon or something, you youngins. All right, you can find all this information at AskJulieRyan.com on my website. Just scroll down to the bottom of the homepage and you'll see it. And right next to the information is a place where you can submit a question online. You just click on a button. It'll lead you to another page, and you can submit a question online if you can't join us on one of the shows. Also, I talk about this every week on social media. Instagram, Ask Julie Ryan, Facebook, Ask Julie Ryan. I'll post it there. And I send out a newsletter or my blog every week, and it's a question that somebody has submitted online, and I answer it. And that goes out Thursday morning. It's got all this call-in information. So those are all reminders to those of you that have a question and you want to call in. I like to say that I help you answer life's unanswerable questions, and so that makes it kind of fun. All right. Also, when you're on my website, sign up for a free private session, and we'll have a whole hour to do a deep dive on that, like what I was talking with Deborah, our first caller, about her daughter. I think that's complex enough that we need an hour to try and dissect that, and we turn into secret agents, and it's really interesting, the information that comes up. So consider doing that as well. So our question this week was submitted by Kathleen, and Kathleen lives in Woodbine, Maryland. And she said, "Hi, Julie. I volunteer at a cat rescue and go there daily to feed Anna, a young female Siamese cat who has an unnamed neurological problem that limits her mobility. She's only able to move her head, neck, and shoulders. Anna also has a seizure disorder. She has shown improvement over the past few months taking oral doxycycline, which is an antibiotic, by the way. Before that, she had even less mobility. She is a much-loved cat and seems happy, but we'd all love to know what can be done to help her significantly. Thanks and blessings to you, Kathleen. And here's my response. Hi, Kathleen. How wonderful of you to volunteer at a cat rescue and be so concerned about Anna the Siamese cat. In order to get some information, I first energetically connected to you in Maryland and from you to Anna. Once I got her on my radar, the energy went directly to the inside of her head. There I saw what looked like a lot of scar tissue in the center of her brain, and it was preventing her neurological system from operating correctly. It was literally a case of wires getting crossed. Now, the picture I got when I got this cat on my radar, you guys, was like just this jumbled mess of wires that were representing neural pathways. And I thought, good heavens, no wonder this poor cat is having trouble with her mobility. Based on what I saw, this condition looked like it was congenital, which means she was born with it, and had something to do with her neurological system not being properly formed as she was developing in utero. So basically, before she was born, there was something that happened, and her neural pathways didn't develop properly. I went on to say, I watched a healing occur where the scar tissue in Anna's brain was removed. Then stem cell energy filled in the divots where the scar tissue had been and generated new brain matter. Stem cell energy looks like clear fog with sparkles in it and has a gelatinous consistency. It's used to generate whatever type of material, bone, muscle, tissue, etc., is needed. Once the new brain tissue was in place, Anna's neural pathways lit up and immediately positioned themselves into a correct neurological layout. In summary, Anna's brain now looks like that of a normally functioning cat. You might want to investigate using the antioxidant glutathione to help alleviate Anna's symptoms. It's been shown to improve seizures and Parkinson's disease in both humans and pets. It'll be interesting to see if Anna's symptoms are noticeably different. Please let us know. So, thanks, Kathleen. I don't know that I'd ever seen that in a pet's brain before. It was kind of wild when I was looking at it, and I thought, holy moly, these are some serious wires getting crossed here. But hopefully that'll help. Okay, let's see who's next. I believe it's Jan. Hi, Jan.
Oh, hi, Julie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just so happy to listen in, and you don't need to give me a reading every time. I just wanted, I'm having a hard time with my health, as you know, and I'm going to try and get the free reading sooner or later, and I need to get on that and sign up for all that. But anyway, you told me to work on the hormones and to read some of what's her name's books, and I haven't done that yet. I will get to that. Everything I do is slow, and it takes me forever to do everything. And like the hormones. I'm actually petrified to take them, but I've called the doctor back and I said, are you sure it's bioidentical? And they said, yes, these are bioidentical. Don't worry. You can cut them up. Just go ahead and try it. You'll be all right. And I'm just, I've had problems with drugs and you told me on the last call that I would be okay taking it. So I am going to take it. It's the progesterone I'm going to start with, and I'm going to cut it up first. And so that's all my news is for this week, other than I'm working on my diet.
Good girl. Tell everybody where you're calling from, Jan.
I'm from Las Vegas. Yep.
Okay.
And,
all right. Okay, one step at a time. What I was talking with Lisa about, when we get we either come from a place of fear or a place of love. When we're feeling fear, that means we're looking too far in advance. So bring it back in. Take one step at a time, and then the next step's going to materialize. Take that step, then the next step's going to come from there.
Okay.
So just back it up. You're going out too far, and it happens to everybody, Jan. And really, our human brains don't have the capacity to envision all the variables that go into outcomes. There are a bazillion outcomes that could happen.
Right.
So, it happens to all of us, and so just take one step at a time, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Calling.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Let's see who's next. We've got Marcia. Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Julie. It's Marcia calling from San Diego, California.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Terrific.
I had a question. Yeah, about I've done a lot of new artwork recently, acrylic pour paintings that are really very interesting, and I'm thinking about in July, middle of July, maybe doing this healing. It's a spirit and healing fair at a religious science kind of church that someone's putting on. And I don't know if that would be a productive place or not to debut my work for the first time, and if it would be, productive financially.
Does it take a lot? Is it going to cost you a lot of money to exhibit there?
No, $50. So it's not much.
Yeah. Well. So let's ask the question, is it in Marcia's best interest to exhibit at this religious science event? Let's call it event.
Yeah.
And sell her artwork. I got a yes before the question was even out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think any
going
exposure.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, you're overthinking it. Any exposure you get is going to be good, and people are going to tell other people about you. So I think those kinds of places are really good starting points too, because you're going to learn. You'll come up with some kind of a system that will help you when you go to different exhibits and different places, and it'll give you a lot of feedback of what people like and how your prices are and all that kind of stuff. So just consider that the exposure is good, and you said kind of as a test and a fact-finding mission.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was thinking about it. But I just didn't want to waste a lot of time doing it, because it is about an hour away. But it's only, for half a day, or a day, so it's not a big deal. So,
I think you'll have a ball. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
And go into it, Marcia, with the thought, this is going to be so much fun, and I'm going to meet some fabulous people that are going to love my artwork, and they're going to tell other people about me, or they're going to buy it, or whatever you want to happen. Be focused on that. Believe it's going to happen, and it will.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. That's what I needed to hear. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay, our next caller is Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. Good.
Good. Look at you. You know the drill.
I've listened to you a few times.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling, too. How may I help you?
So we have a dog. His name is Duke. It was actually my husband's dog before we got married, and he's kind of come in to loving me more, or I kind of want to believe that. So we just want to, he's getting older, so I wanted you to kind of scan him, because Ryan keeps saying he feels lumps on him, and I think he's just getting chubby. And I want to know who he loves best, me or him.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see how politically correct Duke the dog is. Okay, so how old is he?
I think he's about 9.
And what kind of dog
10.
is he?
He's a pit.
Oh, okay.
Pit bull.
So, do you have a bet with Ryan on this?
I should have bet him. I didn't think about that.
Is there money being wagered on this answer here?
Not yet.
I'm just wanting to see how much pressure I've got on me.
No, I didn't even think about that. Darn it.
People say to me, can't you use your special skills for, for like horse racing or gambling or something? And I say, I've tried it at Churchill Downs in Kentucky. I've tried it at Santa Anita in LA. It doesn't work. I think God will take it away from me if I, use it for gambling. Is that hilarious? Okay, here we go. Laser beam heading out to you in Kansas City. Got Duke. Okay, he's cute. Okay. Yeah, the lumps are like little benign cysts that he's getting, and dogs get that. Sometimes I think it's probably from the food that they eat more than anything. So I don't know what you're feeding him, but you might want to research that. So he's telling me he loves you both equally. He's a politically correct dog. So he says he loves you when he's with you, and he loves Ryan when he's with him. And when he's with both of you, he enjoys both of you. So there you go.
So why does he bark at us then? Like when he loves on me, he barks at me, actually.
Because he's talking to you. He's trying to communicate with you. He's talking to you. He wants you to do some stuff. So here's how you find out what he wants you to know is you just say, Duke, what do you need? And then the first thing that pops in your head is going to be his answer. He's going to communicate telepathically with you. The longer you do it, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And anybody can do this. So just say, why are you barking? What do you need? And then the first thing that pops in your head is going to be his answer. And then you can say, you need to go outside, or you need, do you need your blanket? What do you need? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. He's just talking to you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Weekend's almost here. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Okay. Susie, you're back. I lost you. Susie, I lost you for a while. Where'd you go? Did you have to get off for a while?
It's Susie. I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't find you. I came back to look for you.
Oh, no, I've been here the whole time. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My call. Oh, that's okay. I'm just glad you're able to find me now. Yeah, I've been here. I'm in the East Bay of San Francisco East Bay and Bay Area. And from the first part of the call, I was going to want to ask you can see my son's passport, and he does live in Westchester, LA, by the way.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
I don't know if it's in a car.
I get a yes on that.
Did it say in Westchester or in a car?
It's in Westchester.
In Westchester? Okay, well, I'll check with him. And then after the call started, somebody hit his hand with a baseball, and he's actually going supposedly to the hospital to get it checked. And I'm wondering if you see what that is, because he was supposed to go play baseball tomorrow in Canada. And so we're not sure. I'm not sure if you can see, and if there's any way to send healing energy to his hand.
Yeah, sure. I'll get him on my radar. And what Susie's talking about with this passport, you guys, is before I started the show, as everybody was coming on and I was getting them on my dashboard, all the callers, Susie said, Julie, I have an emergency, and my son's got to go to Canada, and he can't find his passport. So, and I said, well, she said, is it in L.A.? And I got to know. And I said, where does he live in L.A.? Because LA is big. What's the what's the area? And spirits are so literal, Suze. That, they gave me a correct answer. No, it's not in LA, but yes, it's in Westchester where he lives.
Okay, so see him finding it? That would be nice.
Will he find it? Yes. I get a yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to connect to you in the San Francisco East Bay area, and then I'm going to go down to Westchester to hook into him. What hospital is he heading to? Did he tell you?
No, I don't know which one.
Probably one of the ones, probably Centinela or one of the Santa Monica ones.
Maybe, yeah, because he's near there.
Yeah. When I first moved to Los Angeles in the early 80s, I was a hospital supply sales rep, Suze, and there were 255 hospitals in L.A. County at that time. And I called on all of them. So I know L.A. better than most people that have lived there all their lives, because I can tell you what hospital is in an area. So, all right. So here we go. Connect to you. Okay, going down. Connect to him. It's not broken. It's sprained. So what I'm watching happen, when I see a sprain, it looks like these hair-thin blue lines of energy, Suze, and a sprain looks like those hair-thin blue lines, and it's the ligaments and muscles and stuff, but they get balled up, kind of like a messy ball of yarn. It's really interesting. I've seen that for 25 years when there's a sprain. So what I'm watching is and it's the worst on top of his hand, like above his thumb, between his thumb. When you move your thumb and your forefinger, that part that kind of indents a little bit.
That's exactly where it is. That's exactly. I didn't even tell you that. That's amazing. That's exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So what I'm doing is I'm untangling that ball, that blue ball of these fibers, and by doing that, it's just a healing mechanism that the body goes through when there's a sprain, trying to protect itself. It's like it contracts in. So I'm spreading those out, and I am. And so that will help. Okay, there's anti-inflammatory energy on it. I'm watching it get wrapped. Will he be able to play? If he goes to Canada, I get a yes. They're just going to tape him up really good. They'll tape him really tightly.
And you see that the passport's not in the car in Westchester, but in the house at Westchester? Is that what you're seeing?
I'm getting a yes on the house.
Okay, well, maybe he'll have to look for a fourth time. Well, thank you so much, Julie.
Yeah,
that's
you
amazing.
are so welcome. And
appreciate
what's he doing in Canada?
Playing baseball.
I know, but is it like a tournament or something?
Oh, it's a team that an independent ball team there in Winnipeg.
Oh,
so it's very good
like
opportunity.
Like a professional team?
Yeah, professional.
Kind of like a what do they call it? What do they call the ones? A minor league team here.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, professional.
Yeah,
something like that. So it's a great opportunity. That's why we got to find the passport and get his hand okay and get him there.
Get him
because it's okay to get there. You can get there without the passport, but they're traveling down to the United States on Tuesday or something. So that's why he needs the passport to, get back in the United States on Tuesday where they play. So that's why it's critical.
I'm getting the same thing that I got before the show started, which is that he needs to take his birth certificate with him as well and his driver's license.
Yes.
So does he have a valid copy of his birth certificate?
Yes, I have that right in my hand. So
okay, all right. But he's in L.A. and you're in San Francisco.
Well, he's coming home. He's coming home tomorrow or tonight. Either way, when he finds the passport, I'll tell him not to come home without the passport. So.
Oh, just a little extra drama. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you so much. And by the way, I love your book. It's so awesome, and I put a review on it on Amazon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quickly, Suze, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm just waiting for the biopsy results. Next Monday I'll get them back, I think. So just really tired, that's all. But
okay.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay, thanks, Susie. Take care.
Take care. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye. All righty. I think I've gotten everybody. I have. Yay! Got everybody on. And thanks, everybody, for listening in this week. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July. That'll, to those of you that are here in the U.S., that's next Wednesday, I believe. And remember the free drawing. We're going to do that next week. So follow me on Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan. Write a review about why you like the podcast on iTunes at Ask Julie Ryan, and subscribe to my blog at AskJulieRyan.com. And then I'll pick a winner and announce it on next Thursday's show. And go to my site, sign up for a private session. That'll be fun to have you for a whole hour, and sign up for my blog if you haven't already. With that, everybody, take care. Really appreciate you listening, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.